It's been a great start to the season for Rory McIlroy. Those 2 victories at Pebble Beach and the Players' Championship. Bob, is this the best you've ever seen Rory play leading into the Masters?
I think so. I think, you look at those 2 wins he's got, the rest of his performance, he hasn't played a ton, which I think is also interesting. I think he's got a lot of energy. I think he's got a lot of focus on this. And I think the one word I would use would be grit. I think he just looks to me like he's ready to get this thing done. He's going to sort of, run through doors or do whatever it's going to take. But I do think this is the best he's looked right through the bag in terms of putting to driver ahead of any Masters I can remember.
Mark, for you, you've seen Rory up close and personal. You interviewed him directly after both of his victories at Pebble and at the Players' Championship. What have you seen overall up close from Rory this season?
Yeah, I've spent more time with Rory than the wife this year so far. The thing I love about Rory this year, it was on full display, guys, with the 65 on the Saturday at Pebble Beach in those brutal conditions. By the way, he was bogey-free on one of the hardest days all year. And he did it again in the playoff at the Players' Championship into the 17th hole, into the island green. He's hitting this off-speed pitch with the short irons. He's flighting it. He's chipping it. And I think the ability to flight it into the wind, take some spin off of it, not have to hit it at full throttle all the time is going to be huge. So I took a little bit of a deep dive. We believe his wedges are better, right? We believe he's better now between 50 yards and 150 yards than he was, say, a year ago, right? Okay, so I took all those numbers, crunched them across the categories. He is 5 feet 6 inches better than he was a year ago. When you think about how much your putting numbers, Bob, increase and go up on makes, when you go from a 10 to 15 foot range to, say, a 5-foot range, instead of making 3 of 10, you're making 7 of 10.
Yeah, it takes the pressure off all parts of the rest of your game, right?
Yeah, unbelievable. So for me, I'm with Bob. He's never played better coming to the Masters. It will just be, if the moment presents itself on Sunday, can he seize the moment? Can he stay calm in that moment?
I do think also, though, that first round is going to be imperative, right? We know that he has had trouble getting out of the gate. He's only broken 70 twice. We know that he is fighting that. And if you look back at the last 20 years of this tournament, the guy who has been winning, the guy who wins on Sunday, has been inside the top 11 after the first round pretty much every single time out there. So you've got to get off to a good start. It's just too hard to play catch up on this golf course.
And Bob, we were talking on radio earlier this week too about Rory not making eagles here at Augusta National, which is bizarre given the high towering draw he is able to play off the tee to have short wedges or irons into par 5s.
He's made one eagle in the last 5 years of this golf tournament, which to me says a couple things. Says you can't read into those stats too much because there's always weather and things inflicted in there, but it does say that he's not taking advantage of one of his, as you just said, one of his best qualities is getting that high shot up there, landing it softly within putting range and making the putt, which is the other part that Mark was referring to.
And I'm with Bob on this too, 1,000%. When we look at who wins this come Sunday night, that winner will be likely top 5 in par 5 scoring and likely top 5 in 3-putt avoidance. And those things go hand in hand. Hitting a par 5 in 2 and walking away with a 5 doesn't do you much good.
Rory McIlroy, 10th in strokes gained putting this season. Now, before we go to break, I've asked you guys this question over the last number of weeks. Scotty or Rory? Mark, who do you have?
Scotty.
Bob?
Rory. I'm going Rory all the way. This is the year.
I'm also going Rory. I do agree with you, Bob. I think this is the year Rory McIlroy can complete the career Grand Slam.